So today we're going to make vegan split pea soup. I developed this recipe because my daughter has become a vegetarian. I love split pea soup and so does she. She was raised, and so was I, on making split pea soup with ham hocks. How is it possible to make satisfying split pea soup when you're used to having split pea soup with a ham hock? This takes the ham hock out and then just infuses a ton of flavor into your split pea soup. So let's get ready to go. What's important about any dried beans or peas is you need to inspect them first. You want to make sure that there's nothing in there, like a tiny stone, for example, or any rotten peas that you just don't want in your soup. While the peas are simmering in the broth, you want to chop your aromatic vegetables. Aromatic vegetables are onions, celery, and carrots. They all take the same amount of time to cook, so you want to make sure that when you chop them, that they are all chopped approximately the same size. Now, I've chopped the potatoes to the same size. Potatoes take faster to cook, but what I want the potatoes to do in the broth is to dissolve, basically. Cook to the point where they will disintegrate and be a thickener for the soup. All right, let's talk about garlic. So, I like to use fresh garlic. So you just kind of rub off the paper, right? And then sometimes I use a little knife to cut around and then kind of break a clove off, right? So I also want to show you a little bit about how to get this final hard husk off really easily before you mince it, and I'll show you what mince means. First, you're going to cut off that hard tip, and then you're going to take the broad side of a good large knife, and you are going to literally put this on there using the heel of your hand, and you're just going to smush it until it smushes. You hear a smush sound just like you heard, and then look what happens. All that final husk thing comes off, and then you can do your mincing. So the question is, when is garlic cut small enough to be called mincing? So if you mince garlic, here's the best way I can show you. We smush the clove, and then we took the outer wrapper off. It looks like this. I cut it into strips. Here you can see the size of my hand, and then at these small little chunks. For me, that's a mince, and that's what I use in my soup. All right, so we've simmered it for an hour, and look what the peas look like now. And look how soft they are. So they're not completely 100% soft, but they're well on their way. And since we're going to be simmering our raw vegetables for a little while longer, then they will absolutely get there in that place that we always want, that sort of creamy, hearty soup. Okay, so now it's an hour and a little bit later, and all the vegetables are soft, and all the peas are smooth, and the potatoes have disintegrated and thickened the soup. We've added salt and pepper to taste, and by the way, I'm heavy on the pepper, and that's ready to go. So we're going to ladle that into bowls. Okay, so now it's done. We've ladled the soup into the bowls, and some of us still miss the ham hock. So if you'd like, you have vegetarians at the table, serve everyone, and then those who would really like some crumbled bacon on top can do that too.